And we're back. So after seeing the military genius that is Luxembourg, make sure to send over a general. We thank them for their very generous contribution, of course. Regrettably, probably will not be getting used for a while, though. Okay. Hey, more naval bombers. That'll be good. Okay. Making a... Okay, take a look. I think we're okay. Building up a good amount of those. How long? Okay, good. Nearly there for the terrapins and the better tanks. So... yeah, so we're definitely going to fall back. We've done our test. We have prodded them. Our results were not the greatest. Also, I'll go to Alexandria and repair for now. Okay. We can push them, but man, that close air support was shredding. They didn't even have that much of it. So, what we're going to want to do is... oh, yeah, we're nearly there. Wait 9 days for the terrapin. What we're going to want to do is definitely wait on that. We're going to get some anti-air being produced for those guys, so then they're going to be shooting down close air support as they roll in. Because I don't want to get deep and have that close air support just absolutely eviscerate my guys, because that was brutal.
All in.
Okay, let's check South Africa. Have they arrived?
Ready.
Nope. Getting there. Okay. Foot Infantry Division. Paratroops are still in the works.
Ready, sir.
Honestly, we'll do that. Philippines? Middle East? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not good. What happened?
Guns.
So I'm alluding to the fact of, look at that, Palestine, nothing. Granted, we've got friendly ships, they can't get air support, but I don't like leaving positions open like that. It's a little scary. Well, the Americans have started deploying in North Africa. Well, that's a nice howdy-doody there. War bonds. Okay, there we go. There's our better tank. Time to start upgrading like mad. So, make sure we're recording. We are. Hey. Production. Tanks. I think this is going to be the Cromwell. It is. So, take a look. Are there any of the other things we did not do that we should have been doing? Like improved medium howitzer. Yeah, that would have been good. Improved heavy cannon. Improved medium cannon. So you know what? We're actually going to hold off on designing that for a few days until we get some of those techs. It won't take that long. And that'll open up our next 3 options to stick a improved medium cannon on the tanks, make them better. Howitzer will, of course, be a self-propelled gun. And the heavy cannon will be the tank destroyer version. Although... what am I clicking? Hold on. There we go. Yeah, the better anti-air gun is good, so we could get those going in a little bit here. So yeah, that's what we'll actually design. We'll design the anti-air version first, and then we'll have to switch it. Improved tank chassis. Okay, so this is the Cromwell chassis. We're not going with the Cromwell right now. we're going with the... Sure, yep. Going with the... Where is it? Small cannon. Improved anti-air gun. There it is. Radio. Advanced radio. Great. Okay, 32 anti-air on this bad boy. We've got riveted armor. That's not going to work. Yeah, we're going with welded. Of course, makes it more expensive. And I really should look up and see what the British were using at this time. Were they using Christie's? Using bogies? You know what? We're just gonna do a quick Google search on that one. British tank suspension World War II. Let's see what they were using. Horseman suspension. Yeah. Interesting. I don't think they used the Christie suspension, did they? Oh, wait a second. The real Christie suspension was only used on a few designs, notably the British cruiser tanks, Crusader, Cromwell, and the Comet. Well, there we go. So we're sticking it on here. Wikipedia said so, and that's the best I can do on a short time span like that. So, sounds good to me. Give it, of course, an additional machine gun. What else are we going to give you? I don't think you get sloped armor. No stabilizer. Probably do some wet ammo storage for now, and let's do some extra ammo storage on top of that. Okay, how much can we armor you to keep you above the speed of 8 miles an hour, which is our goal? Okay, 61%. That is 8.7. 8.2. Wow, one tick makes a 0.5 difference. Interesting. So we'll keep the speed up. And you by yourself, you cost 49 points to design. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to wait on that one.
Listen up!
Because that's horrifying. We need to make sure we do our main tanks first. And then make our strategy derivative off that. Because, of course, the main battle tanks are the ones doing the bulk of the lifting. Okay. Looking around. Philippines is in the process of falling. We're holding our first line in India.
Orders!
You guys are landing in South Africa for now. Then you'll get shipped off to continue your journey. Come on, Terrapin. 3 days. We'll put the spare factories on that. So, the fight's still going on, still winning the Battle of the English Channel easily. Focke-Wulf count is now up to about 80, because I can see 2 versions of Focke-Wulfs in there. So, now probably about 90. Oh, Philippines down. Okay.
Attention!
We also might make an amphibious version of this tank, we'll see. Okay, there's the Terrapin. And I'll put you by the Brent carrier. Get those started right now. That for the tank destroyer.
Orders! Listen up!
So, that was an interesting test, but the results were not what we wanted. Might have to do woman in the workforce, extra 3%. We'll see. Not yet. We're still... Honestly, most of our air power were... Air power doesn't cost that much manpower. It's only about 2,000, I think, for a fighter wing, and some of the heavier bombers, I think, is either maybe 4 or 8,000. But there it goes. There's the German invasion of the Soviet Union. Let's take a look and see what we can see of Germany. So they've got still a bunch of planes against us, so we'll leave our planes there as long as they want. They're down to 4,000 aircraft, though, and they're stationing about 1,500 against us. That means they only have about 2,500 against the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union has more than that, so that's good. So on paper, the Soviet Union could have air superiority. Now, whether they're smart enough to make that happen or not is, of course, an entirely different story. But, and then regarding how much they've got of different kinds of troops, yeah, we don't know. We can't see anything, but... So, this war is happening, though. So we'll see what this goes and see if the Soviets can hold. My gut reaction, probably not, but we have no clue what their manpower is. Their division count, though, is absolutely horrific. They're only at best case 200 divisions or so. Germany, so we've got about 300, no, probably 400 divisions. Now, granted, not all of them are over there, but, wow. That's not good.
Ready to move!
Okay. Ah, yes.
Yes, sir!
Let's keep you guys going. Cilia into Calcutta. Okay, everything's okay here. Historically, Siam was brought in on the Japanese side when the Japanese basically invaded, said, hey, you're now joining or else, and they decided to. Okay. Wow, Yamashita is a level 7 commander. And look at all those damn stats. Okay. That will be interesting to try to hold.
Commands!
Okay.
Ready to move!
And actually, I probably should have promoted Auchinleck and then had Slim under Auchinleck. But the promotions in this game are so screwy. They're just arbitrary. They're not based on really anything. Which kind of makes it a pain in the butt. So, you're only one little division there by yourself. What happens
Ready!
when I hit that? And we're going to try to overrun you. There's the test. So you got, like, nothing.
Attention!
Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, that's not what we wanted. Delete, delete. Sure, we're filming. We are. Alright.
Yes, sir! Attention!
So, he's going to be there in 18 hours. We can be there in 18 hours also.
Orders!
So in that case, we're going to have two of you guys go the other way.
Ready!
Let's see what this is going to look like.
Attention!
Well, you're dead.
Ready, sir!
Okay, popping helmets. Good. So we'll advance as far as we can, but then we're going to have to hold up
Orders!
and refuel the oil.
Mount!
So are we still doing on oil? Oh man, we're good. I think we're getting it from the air.
Orders! Ready, sir!
So yeah, let's keep going. Landing craft, done. Perfect. Yeah, approved medium howitzer.
Ready!
So our basic overarching goals right now are step one, make sure we don't lose India. That would be sad, and we don't want to give up all that stuff. Now to do that, we're going to need to flood some more troops in, and make sure we maintain air superiority. So, step two... Probably should have garrisoned some of my islands over here, but I didn't. So Fiji and the Ellis Islands, what are these, the Caroline Islands? Gilbert Islands, excuse me. Nauru. You guys might be having some trouble in the near future. We'll see. Let's see where the American fleet is. So those are the Soviet Union. Ah, they've pulled all the fighters from the English Channel. Interesting. So in that case, we're going to start scouting France for our Operation Happy Dieppe. Yeah, get you there. I'll have you start scouting also. And then some of you fighters that were no longer needed get to go to India. Yay. Actually, I'll go to Egypt first.
Let them have it!
Okay. So we'll see. We might be able to blast through. This is actually going way better on supply than I thought it would. Oh, that was a mistake. Get that guy to cover. So we'll see.
Ready!
Here's Monty's big counter push here.
Ready to move!
Yeah, our fuel's holding up.
Ready to move!
Okay. I don't know if it's because of the air or what, but that's working really well. So 3 Italian destroyers down, another Italian light cruiser. Let's take an overall look at their numbers there. Yeah, back down to 10 ships. And Germany only has 3 U-boats. Okay. I almost feel like I'm going to need to play a Germany game where I prove U-boats are pretty good. Just with how much I've dumpstered on them. But we'll see. We'll worry about that some other time.
Attention!
Go.
Orders!
Now, here's the question. When we get over to potential enemy air, how does that work out?
Come on! Listen up!
So we need to make sure we can drive into Tobruk.
Attention!
Okay.
Attention!
We're going full speed. Now, supply is getting a bit rough. How are we doing on fuel? Still have enough.
Yes, sir!
Go, go, go.
Let's go!
That'll pin them. Take a quick look. Ah, yes, the mighty Romanian fleet of 12 destroyers is no longer. Well, time to claim victory. War's over, guys.
All in!
Once you lose the Romanian destroyer fleet, There's just no point carrying on for the Axis there. Okay, you three are upgrading. The biggest reason is we need so much army experience right now, because we need to design the 4 sets of tanks, or 4 sets of armored vehicles, I should say. They're not all tanks. And then, on top of that, keep going with doctrines. Pistol Beaufort, and you know, let's go ahead and just spend you there. Spend you there so we don't overflow and waste those points when I'm not looking. Uh-oh, running out of fuel. And that's the issue. We cannot reach on the fuel. But our infantry divisions don't need fuel. So what we're going to do is we're going to push all the way up here until we run out of fuel.
Ready.
Which is like now. And then we're going to railroad back to Alexandria, or probably El Alamein, get the fuel, railroad back,
Ready, sir.
and we'll be good.
Ready.
And as I say railroad, it's a strat redeploy.
Ready.
Also, don't exactly ask me what we're strat redeploying on, because there's no train lines here, but, you know, we'll worry about that later. Yeah, that's a whole lot of fighter planes here that are flying. We don't need flying. So, let's shut you guys off, so you're not just burning fuel for nothing. Okay. Now, Eastern India has an airfield. It has an airfield. We should probably expand. What if we do one in Bengal? Yeah. Okay. So that way we can bring in more air forces here, so we can just start smacking the hell out of them. So we'll have the improved medium cannon unlocked. Actually, let me make sure I don't have the improved medium cannon unlocked right now, because I'll feel like a dork if I do, and if I waited for nothing. Medium turret. Medium. Nah, just normal medium cannon, not the improved one. Well, that's fine. We can wait.
Listen up. Move out.
And so the goal is simple. Basically set up, and if we can take Tobruk as is, I mean, that'll be fantastic. I kind of doubt it. So that's why I'm railroading back, because our tanks are, of course, the ones with the real pushing power here.
Orders.
That one guy slipped in before everybody else. But yeah, well, look at that defense. Nice. Enemy agent. Oh, he's a double agent. Interesting. I guess we should start cracking Japan too. Interesting. Next level is only a +10. Or we could get a +2. Man, let's crack a little faster. And then I think we are going to get Alan Turing.
Move out.
Just for that little extra.
Attention.
Oh my god, they did it. We're going to take
Listen up.
Tobruk. Okay.
Move out. Yes, sir.
So now the key, of course, becomes seizing the airfield. First one is right there in Derna.
Attention.
And then we'll just set up our new line right on Tobruk and wait, because of course we want our tanks to come back so they can swing to the south and encircle Benghazi from the south. Okay. Oh yes, let's look at our double agent. How do we make use of a double agent. I probably have to recruit him. I don't have space to recruit him. That is an issue. Well. German Reich caves to Hungary and gives them Slovakia. Pff, okay. Kind of losing your touch there, Hitler.
Yes, sir.
If little Hungary's pushing you around.
Attention.
Okay.
Attention.
You know what? I guess I should keep 3 fighter wings on. Make sure we're covered there. Looking at France. Not much as far as enemies. And like that, 100% infrastructure in the middle of Somaliland. Actually, there's no resistance there. We're doing really well. Shoot, I'll build some factories there. Yeah, you too. And yeah, you also. I'll have better places to put it other than, well, probably should build some more for the Raj. Now that I think about it.
Ready.
So,
Fall in.
there's that.
Ready to move. Ready.
So, Neil Ritchie and Oliver Lease did quite well there. Oliver Lease got 189 Panzer Leader experience, and that's why you've got to have your tank divisions separate, because if you look at the requirements, it says the armored ratio is over 40%, which means just basically just keep a bunch of armored divisions by themselves, and you'll always have a armored ratio over 40%. So you're not worried about, oh, am I going to, develop Panzer Leader traits or not? It'll just happen. Okay. Raising you, raising you.
Ready.
Okay. So we'll set up and get a full planning bonus, because we're the British. We get really good planning bonus. Might as well use it. Then we'll go back on the attack again.
Attention.
So we've definitely slowed down things here, along with the whole flood of troops. That's the other thing, too. The AI is just throws troops all over the place. We've got French troops here. We've got Belgians here. We've got some Americans in India. It's just, it's just like a pool party. Everybody in the water. Do I have a naval bomber I can send over there? Because that would be smart. Hold on. Where are my naval bombers? You're training, but you're good enough. Boop. There. Straits of Malacca. Anybody else? I'll keep the other one around, just to be safe. Get some more terrapins. We'll end up designing those divisions later.
Orders.
Yeah, 25% strength Italian division against Patton.
Fall in.
We're gonna let these guys get at least. You know what? There we go, staff plan. Totally forgot about that. The other advantage about keeping your tanks separate like that is staff plan is very fast planning speed. But what makes it so nice is when you have a small amount of divisions, it's very cheap because it's based off each battalion in each division. The problem is if you have a you know, a whole bunch of divisions in there, it's going to cost you a metric boatload. If you just have a few, you can use it a lot more liberally.
Fall in.
Okay. Everything's fine so far. They're pushing us back there, but we're firmly entrenched, and look at that soft attack. 447. Mainly due to our entrenchment bonus of 57%. That's the other thing, too. If you start picking the officer corps spirits, or whatever we're going to call them, for entrenchment, your entrenchment just can go to absolutely ridiculous levels.
Orders. Commands.
Okay, we're up. Boop. So they're just going to go straight into Benghazi. That is just melting.
Let's go. Fall in.
Okay.
Attention. Yes, sir.
Straight to Malacca. Well, it's a naval fight brewing. Eastern Micronesia. Ah, this is Wake Island. The Japanese. Master of Marines, and what do they naval invade with? Just a bunch of random infantry divisions that take colossal, absolute colossal penalties. Also, holy hell, the Americans have 6 divisions on this island. That's a little bit impressive and scary at the same time, because there's no way Wake
Listen up.
could support that many. Like, I think when Wake Island was captured, they had like, what, 140 guys defending it or something like that? I mean, little tiny islands are little tiny islands. You can't just throw thousands and thousands of men on them. And Alan Turing. Extra decryption. Yes.
Ready. Orders. Move out.
Okay. We're going to, of course, come here and make the encirclement.
Listen up. Ready to move.
Same thing. Driving on that point, and I guess you guys should link up too. They're defending the little mountain passes there. Coming in behind. And we're going to go straight into Benghazi.
Guns.
Okay, we have seized the airfield. Interesting. So, Greece lives on. Good for them. Okay. But air superiority, mixing it up there. Now the question is the German aircraft better than Russian? Probably. They're sitting on about 3.9K. So we'll see. So we'll retake North Africa, and then at that point, we've got to consider where to go.
Listen up.
Okay.
Fall in. Orders.
Go.
Ready. Move
You
out.
know what? Actually, send you to take those 2 tiles. You'll make the encirclement.
Ready.
Oh, you guys are out of fuel. Well, you'll go there and wait.
Orders. Attention. Yes, sir.
Okay. There's the encirclement. And Benghazi's been taken. More importantly, we get to move over our planes. So we'll take you two. And your other 500 guys. 1, 2, 3 there. Whoa, 10 Japanese subs we took down there. Okay, take a look at Burma, see what's going on. Do get forced back. This is the... what river line is this? This is Rangoon. Okay, so we're still in Burma. Okay.
Come on.
Things are looking good. So Benghazi's been liberated. After this, we of course are gonna try to drive on Tripoli here. Then after that, I guess we'll take our forces and look at making an invasion of Get you guys training of either Italy or maybe Germany. We'll see how things are going here.
Come on.
And whether if they desperately need our help or not. Okay, so things are... you need a little bit of TLC, but not much. Okay.
Ready, sir. Move out. Move out. Move out.
Okay, so you've got a guy on Tobruk. In fact, we've got sea control. You can't do anything about that. Okay. Lost a submarine for a convoy. Not a great trade. And actually, yes, I just realized.
Ready, sir.
You guys actually didn't land all that long ago. Probably come here. Now, where's a good place to deploy the tanks? Now, Siam's not in the war yet. Mandalay's a hub. Got some planes there. Trying to figure out good points. Oh, look. India's actually going into China from the rear here.
Listen up.
Okay.
Move out.
You know what? We're going to send you over there and see if we can hold that. If not, we got a hub here, actually.
All in.
So we're going to pause you, put you on strat redeploy,
Move out.
get you there. Yep, okay. Because there's our hub, there's our supply. If that's not taken, if that is taken, we'll counterattack. If it's not taken, we will go and help defend it. Not much going on there. They just lost an early submarine. They being the Japanese. Japanese carrier fleet just outside. Those are three. That's their equivalent to Kido Butai. There's 3 carriers right there, 2 battle cruisers, a battleship, 6 carriers, 7 light cruisers, and 40 destroyers? 45 destroyers. So we have to fight them. We definitely want to fight them under our land-based air cover.
Come on. Listen up. Yes, sir.
Oh, we've got sandstorms here. Do. So we're not going to be advancing through that because that completely neuters our air advantage. So to definitely make progress, already getting towards Kiev. So you know what? I think we're gonna have to
Orders.
move up our timetable of Operation Husky here. Invasion of Italy.
Move out. Orders.
And we'll see what the infantry can do, because if the tanks can just wait back and then get strat redeployed in, that'll actually be kind of huge. Could do better Bren carriers. We don't need Marines. We don't need Amtraks. Better Special Forces, maybe. Could better our paratroopers as well. More resources, probably a good idea, actually. Yeah. Amphibious tanks would be useful. Don't think we kind of have the time to do that right now. So let's just do more resources, actually.
Ready. Attention. Come on.
So actually, we're going to see how far the infantry can push out into the desert here, and then bring in the tanks behind. Okay. There's that. What do we want to build more of? What, terrapins? Or tack bombers? We're kind of short on tack bombers. Tack bombers are going to be very useful out here.
Ready to move.
And much like Britain did historically, we're going to be pursuing a Germany first strategy. And we need to bring in some extra fighters over there, so... Well, you're done training. Let's get you started training, and you. And you. Okay. A lot of new squads to start training. Good.
Attention.
You can invite Ireland to the Allies. Well, historically, you were not an ally. You stayed out of the war. So, you get to stay out. A peninsular war. Probably will go for that peninsular war. Of course, we can always do Commonwealth ties.
Ready, sir. All in. Commands.
Honestly, you guys can just sit there and wait. It's not a huge deal. The tanks can wait for stuff to advance. There's our dash through Tripoli.
All in.
Poor Italy doesn't even have a commander right there. Neil Ritchie's just blowing right through him. Okay. Up the fuel count a little bit, so, yep. Ah, yes, Mexico. Yes, Mexico, historically part of the Allies. Other than like an air squadron, I'm not exactly sure what they did. I do confess. Like I know Brazil, which is not the same country as Mexico. Not saying it is, but definitely a lesser player in the Allies. They did have a division fighting in Italy. At least I think it was a division size. It could have been smaller.
Ready, sir.
Okay, Mandalay was seized.
Ready.
Thus, your first job, Jock Campbell, is to get it back.
Orders.
Yep. Because we're eating nutrition now because of it.
Ready, sir.
And as soon as you get to the front line, better yet, now, spend those points and get you going. Okay. There's that.
Ready.
Maybe continue the advance.
Listen up. All in.
This is the advantage of foot infantry in Africa. You don't have to rely on oil, or excuse me, any fuel stopping you, which is a huge asset. Once you're in France and things like that, it's not nearly an issue. But North Africa, it's going to be a little bit difficult. 3 Romanian destroyers down. Kiev has fallen. Okay. Minsk. Still being held up on the, what's this, Dauga River? Right by Riga, on the Riga line.
Commands.
Can they hang on? We'll see.
Ready. Yes, sir.
Okay, it's still going well. Gonna get towards the end of this video here. So yeah, we definitely won the Battle of Britain. Soviets do have air control up there. It's a big cluster up there, but I don't like the Soviet numbers. No, I don't. Germany still has 2,000. Soviets, what, only have 1850. Do have some cast, though. As long as those cast stay up, that'll
Yes,
really be a
sir.
pretty good asset. Oh, yep, you gotta keep moving.
Ready.
You gotta keep moving, and look at that. We took Tripoli without even any trouble. Okay,
Commands.
well, start redeploy you over here, and then we're gonna start planning Operation Husky, which is the invasion of Italy here, and get that going. At the same time, we'll probably get a D-up raid going, and I should be training more armor divisions now that I think about it, because I've got huge amounts of stuff stacked up. Okay, a little short on light tanks. Okay, let's see how much spare mediums do we have. We got 1,000 spare mediums. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna upgun them. Now, that may actually be an issue for our tanks over here.
Orders.
So actually, no. It's already shifted. So we're gonna wait for you to get that. Then you'll go for it. What are you trying to send me? Some light tanks? Nah, we're good.
Orders. Commands. Commands. Ready.
Okay.
Ready.
So for you 4 divisions, this gets interesting. Because there's not actually much on Tripoli. And also, we should build up a Malta air base. I almost said air blaze. Air base. To use as our staging ground. Real life, could we have 2,000 planes operating out of Malta? Probably not, but I don't know that, so we're going to stick with that for now. Okay, take a look, see who else we need to raise. Some more fighter squadrons. Some pretty good numbers. Okay. And... okay. Almost there.
Listen up.
Yes, liberate the French territory. Okay, Italy's fully deciphered. Hanley Page Halifax. Great. Start going for the Lancasters. Honestly, the odds we even get to the Lancasters are pretty slim. Just because we've taken such a tactical approach. Probably better off doing the better Bren carriers. Better radar. Do Spitefuls a little in advance. You know what? Better special force. We are going to be using the paratroopers. It's 5% soft attack and organization. Some better defense and organization. So we're going to get this one going because it takes longer. We'll have the other one. Wow, 2-day difference is not going to mean anything. I didn't realize it was that little difference. Okay. So now here's the issue. We've got to seize territory without the use of Marines. So the Terrapins are still going, not even close to ready though. In fact, we'll throw that there. But yeah, we only have 100 Terrapins right now. We need a lot more. Okay. And we'll design the tanks in the new episode. That'll probably be one of the main things.
Ready to move.
Okay.
Listen up. Ready to move.
Here's the run down the desert. Take out that final Italian division. They really pulled a lot out of here, though. So we've really got to consider our options here. So we're going to need a lot of air superiority, a lot of bombing to crack, because we're not using true Marine divisions. And I don't even know, do we just do, like, Sardinia first? Or do we just do... because actually, this is a key thing to look at. See the harbor positioning symbol right here? It is in the sea zone of the Turanian Sea. It's not in the sea zone of the central Mediterranean Sea. So that means to invade, I need to have sea superiority in both zones, which will not be an issue. But it's just something to keep in mind so you don't forget. Then try to launch your invasion and then you're confused as to why it won't go. So that is exactly the reason why it will not go. Okay. Check things in the Raj. We've got just a few minutes left, and then we're going to be done with this one. They're still good on fuel. Are they good on reinforcements? They are. Yep. Don't ask me how we just got, you know, about 200 medium tanks all the way from Britain that fast, but we did, so. So actually, we'll pause that. You'll go. A little short on aluminum. We'll fix that. Yeah, we really want Mandalay back. None of the Japanese divisions could pierce, but look at that defense, Lord. And you know what? I just realized we're going to need some air supply over there. The problem is our soft attack is so low from the supply. Only thing going for us is our piercing, but our low supply is also killing our breakthrough. So I don't know. I think we're going to be able to do it just because we're deorging them so fast. Oh, it pulled back to a bridge. We're getting a lack of fuel. Well, that wasn't good. That's the issue too. When you sit in reserves, you burn your fuel regardless. Yeah, no, that attack failed.
Come on.
And they immediately went back in. It's not our best move. So we're gonna shut that off, cancel the attack, let that go, and take a look at our transport planes, see if there's any we can bring over. Well, raise these extra air squadrons while we're here. Man, there's only 5 transport planes. Interesting. Well, we're going to have to consider on that one. But right now, we've reached a good stopping point. We're making our final
Attention.
moves for Operation Husky. Actually, you
Move
go.
out.
No. You go there.
Move
You go
out.
there. You
Move
get
out.
back there. You get back there.
All in.
Next episode will be sped up Operation Husky because I'm not liking the rate Soviet Union's fallen here. And we'll be designing some tanks too. So, what other things? Yeah, let's get that Brent carrier going. So let's take a look at a few stats and then we'll get out of here. So war casualties, we've not looked at that in quite a bit. So German Reich's only about 200k, of which France is most of them. Japan's at 187k, once again, not much. Look at us. We are, where the heck are we? There we are. We're at 57k casualties, so not much either. US is up to 102k, so World War II is now totally beginning in earnest. We've got all the major players in, and we'll see what happens from there. So we'll see you next time. Bye.